All right, I'll go through just some basic stuff first. So basically, at what level is everything? With 3 and 4, we're pretty much looking at prep level and above, not so much a little bit of waste with the inversion stuff, the downward inversions. So ground level is obviously here down or on the ground. Waist level is anything that has a foot below your bottom of the sports bra. It's not shoulder level, it's bottom of the sports bra is prep level and up to the top of your head. Any extended V-sits, flat backs, it's all listed there. Big one for level 3, extended arm, that's still classed as prep level. Level 3 you can release from below prep level to prep level, yeah? So you can go full release to straddle sit, that sort of stuff. And then obviously extended is anything from head and above. Cool. Inverted position is athlete's shoulders are below their waist and at least 1 foot is above their head. So not inverted, my head is below my hips, my feet are below my head. As soon as I do that, I'm now inverted, yeah? Back bend, whatever else it is. 1 leg, 2 leg. 1 leg is considered how many feet are supported, or if no feet are supported, how many legs are supported, yeah? They've also done an exception too with the V-sit, pike, or non-upright flat body position. At the start of the year, you might have known where if you had in a prep level and one person has it on the bottom of the foot, that was technically a single leg. Now it's not, so they've given an exception to say that V-sits, pike positions, even if one person does have that foot, it's a 2 leg stunt. Cool. You probably would have got a little bit of warnings at the start of the year last year for it. I don't think anyone actually called any legality on that. Cool, what is a spotter? Spotter must be standing at the side or back of the stunt. You can't have a spotter standing in front. They have to be at the side or the back of the stunt, yeah? Attentive to the stunt, so you can't be standing here and going, oh, that trick was cool, and not looking at this stunt here. So for anything, for level 3 and above, it's anything in extended level needs a spotter, yeah? Not involved anything that could prevent spotting. That's more like, it says in the rules, like holding a prop. You can't be holding a prop and be a spotter because you can't actually spot properly. And must be able to touch the base of the stunt, the base of the stunt, but does not have to be in direct physical contact. So for example, if Crystal is the stunt, I can't be standing over here because I can't get there in time. I need to be able to literally be able to touch that stunt, yeah? Big one in partner stunt, just the actual partner stunt divisions, is you'll see the spotter standing way back here and they can't actually get to that stunt. By the time they get there, the fly's on the ground, yeah?
The spotter must also be on the left side of you. It can't be on the right side.
Okay.
So if you're doing a single leg and left arm, then your spotter's got to be on your left hand side.
Cool. So I didn't know that. I just thought it was side or back. Cool.
Yeah, just one.
Nice. There you go. Well, that might be one of the clarifications that comes out with the new rules. May grab the wrist. So basically, spotter's grip is what it says there. So you don't, as long as you don't have both hands underneath the foot, if you can have ankle, leg, wrist, that's all fine. The only thing is a spotter's grip, you must have your front hand on the front of the foot, back hand on the back, can't be on the front. That can be on the back of the wrist or the ankle, yeah? Big one with co-ed, like the 2-man stunting, the dual-base stuff. Oh, doing it again. May not be considered both a base and a spotter at the same time, and spotter's grips. And yeah, may not have both hands underneath the foot of the sole or hands of the bases. So if they're going up to extension and you've got a back spot that's not quite able to reach, they can grab the wrist. They can't put their hand underneath the base's hand. Then they're bearing weight and they're a base, yeah.
Does it still count as a spotter by holding the wrist?
Yes, yeah, as long as they don't touch the bottom of the hand of the base. If they've got wrist, they're fine, yeah. Cool, or they don't have to touch anything, yeah. Skip through level 1 and 2. Level 3, general tumbling. All tumbling must originate and land on the performing surface, so you can't tumble off the mat or off the mat onto the mat, that makes sense. Or off a person or anything like that. Tumbler, rebound here, it's all Example, round off handspring and then bump into contact with the base or bracer straight into a backflip would break this rule. So basically, if you're doing like a spotted flip, yeah, that's not allowed. Yeah, because it doesn't originate and land on the performing surface. That makes sense? A clear separation, catching, break this rule, blah, 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 blah. Tumbling over or under a stunt or individual or prop is not allowed. Again, I think most people know that you can't tumble over the torso of someone. If someone's down there and they got that leg out, they can tumble over that leg or that arm, as long as it's not the torso of a person, yeah?
When you say tumble, you don't mean like you wouldn't be able to like tuck or back handspring over the leg?
Yeah, you can.
Actually,
Yeah, you just can't do it over the torso. Yep. That'll be fun. Yeah.
Arms out, we had arms out. So yeah,
Yeah, I could go punch front over the top. Yeah, cool. Dive rolls are allowed. Swan dive rolls are not allowed. So they're the ones that go into the arch position and then roll through. They're illegal. And may not involve twisting, so you can't go like full twisting, roll. Jumps are not considered a tumbling skill from a legalities point of view. Therefore, a jump skill included in a tumbling pass will break up the pass. Round off, toe touch, back handspring, back salt is illegal. So that's what that's basically saying. For level 3, you can't do any standing flips, so you can't basically go feet to feet. Because there's the jump in the middle between that round off, so the round off is a running skill, the toe touch then completely breaks that, and then you're doing a standing back handspring, back tuck. So it's technically 2 tumble passes. So for level 3, you can go round off, flick, toe touch, flick. No, you can't. Level 4, you can.
You can't do a back tuck on it.
No, you can. Sorry, I'm getting confused with level 2. So yeah, so you can go round off, flick, jump, flick, flick. It's 2 passes. That would be a running pass, a level 2 running pass, and a level 3 standing pass. Yeah. Standing and running. Standing tumbling flips are not allowed, so you can't do any back salt, front salt. Front salt, you can't do it from standing position. So you can't stand here and go front salt. That's a standing pass. If you take 1 step, running pass. Make sense? Running backflips may only be performed in a tuck position, so you can't do any ball X's, any layouts. It's tuck position only. Yeah. Step outs or Arabians or aerial walkovers. Other skills with hand sorts prior to the round off or round off back handsprings are allowed. So you can go like forward walkover, round off back handspring salt. Yeah. Hey? Example of skills that are not allowed, X outs. Cartwheel tucks or cartwheel back handspring tucks are not allowed. So cartwheel, feet, tuck is illegal. No tumbling is allowed after a flip or aerial cartwheel. So you can do aerial cartwheels in level 3 now. So that's basically stopping that punch front forward roll, teaching the kids terrible technique, because every time they do a punch front forward roll, they're looking for the floor. Whereas progressions for level 5, level 4 and 5, you want to be punch front, step out, you want to be stepping up. You don't want to be pushing yourself into the floor. Cool?
You just need to put a step in there. And
Yep, so punch front, step, you're good. Yeah? As long as it's broken up there. Cool. And no twisting skills are allowed except for round offs. Yeah? Any questions on tumbling? Nope. Jump to back handsprings is allowed in level 3. Cool. Step outs are allowed in level 3, not like level 2. So if I pass, you can go jump, flick, step out, round off, flick salt. That's legal.
Sorry, so you flick the cartwheel back handspring.
Yep.
Because
You can do it as long as it doesn't go to tuck.
And then is that now a level 2 thing? Because I was last year halfway through the year, someone's like, oh, it's a level 2 tumbling skill now. It's
Doesn't say you can't.
means you can.
Yep.
Because that's when I was like, because I had in my level 3 routines, and I was like, well, if it's a level 2 skill, you're not going to get scored your level 3 running tumble for it.
What's on the varsity?
Because it's on varsity.
If it's on the-
cartwheel back handspring is level 2.
Is level 2? Yeah, then it's a level 2 skill.
So it's not on the level 3.
No.
Well, you would do a cartwheel, multiple back handspring. Yeah.
Is it?
But
What
then
is it under?
it's a running tumble, so wouldn't that class as
Yeah, so it doesn't matter
back handspring?
because running in level 2, you can do multiple handsprings anyway.
So
Yep.
you'd have to put a tuck on the end of it.
Yep.
Cartwheel, back handspring, tuck. No, you can't do that.
Can't do that. Cartwheel, back handspring, step out, level 3. Yeah. Step out, half turn.
Yeah.
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 Cool. Any other questions for tumble? Nope. Pretty straightforward. Stunts. Spotter is required for any person above prep level. Yeah, so top of the head up, you need that spotter. Cool. Single leg extended stunts are allowed. Single based assisted in mini or youth is not allowed. So partner stunt or dual based 2-man stunting in mini or youth is not allowed. Again, I'd love to see a mini do it, that'd be awesome. Twisting stunts and transitions. Twisting stunts and transitions are allowed up to 1 rotation, 1 twisting rotation in relation to the performing surface. A twist performed, so basically you can go, obviously the fly does the full twist. If you did like the cross grip one in level 2 and you went half and then the base is turned half, that's fine. If you went like a full twisting hit and your base is immediately turned, that's illegal, yeah, because that's more than 1 rotation. You can go full twist the opposite and immediate. That makes sense? Because it's spinning the other way, yeah? Full twisting transitions must land and originate from prep level or below, yeah? So you can't go full twist to the top, you can't go from the top, full twist down, everything has to, you can go prep to prep. Make sense? Easy. Twisting transitions to and from an extended position may not exceed a half twisting rotation. Yeah, so anything to the top is just a half. Cool. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. During transitions, at least 1 base must maintain contact with the top person. Exceptions, we got release moves now in level 3. No free flipping stunts and transitions are not allowed, so any flips, basically level 6 stuff. Again, you'll see a lot of this stuff copy and pasted throughout the whole rules until it gets there to it, because someone's obviously going, well, the rules don't say that I can't do it, so I can do it, and that's why that's all that redundant stuff in there. No stunt or pyramid or individual may move under a separate stunt. So you can't have someone in prep and that person just walk straight through underneath. You can have a back spot or something come through, but yeah, can't be a separate, under a separate stunt. You can do it under your own stunt, not someone else's. Clarification, again, it's a torso. You can have a leg out and someone can go underneath that as long as it's not underneath the torso. Single base splits catches are not allowed. Split catches are caught up here. I think I said in the last one down here. So any split catches at the top, does that make sense? Yeah, so where the single 1 base will have the inner thighs of the flyer, they're not allowed. Single base stunts with multiple top persons require a separate spotter for each top person. Extended single leg top person may not be connected to any other extended top person. So this is like your double QP stuff that you see with 2 separate flyers. You can do it here as long as you've got 2 separate spotters on either side for a single based stunt. Yeah. Release moves. Release moves are allowed but must not pass above extended arm level. So this is the one where you see sponge tosses or even prep ones where they're throwing them through the roof. It can't pass extended arm level if that person is in an upright position, the flyer, yeah? So if you're doing like a bull to prone or whatever it is, it's taken from if that person was upright. Does that make sense? So if they're in a flat body position and they're only just above extended hand level, it's fine. If we were to take that person and because if we were to take that person and stand them upright, their feet would probably be about down here. If we were to do that and their feet were to come above the hand level, illegal. It then becomes a toss. If it's a toss, it needs to land in a cradle. Make sense? Yeah? It doesn't happen too often, but you see some of those like beast group stunts that just throw them through the roof. Yeah? Just be careful of that height. Release moves may not land in an inverted position. So again, head below hips and 1 foot above your head. Release moves must start at waist level or below and must be caught at prep or below. Yeah. So just like you switch up from the ground or sponge, landing at prep only or at waist, you can't go prep downwards. Yeah. That was probably one of the ones that I saw a little bit last year, was the prep to prep TikToks or prep to low. Yeah. Any release move must start at waist level, which is bottom of the sports bra down, and can land at prep. Where am I at? Release moves are restricted to singles, skill, and 0 twists. Yeah? So you can do a ball out, you can't go like ball X, that's 2 skills. Kick, whatever it is. No twisting, yeah? No twisting release moves at all. Only skills performed are counted, therefore hitting an immediate body position after is not counted as a skill. Exception, log rolls may twist up to 1 rotation and must land in a cradle or a flat and horizontal body position, i.e. flat back or prone. We can do prone to prone log rolls in level 3. Yeah, that's only something that I picked up the other day. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Release moves must return to original bases. Helicopters are not allowed. Release moves may not intentionally travel. And release moves may not pass under and over a stance. And top persons in separate release moves may not come in contact with each other. All pretty basic and standard stuff. Any questions on release moves? All good? Straightforward. Inversions. No inverted stance above shoulder level. So you would have seen on that picture at the top, it's at the bottom of the rule, shoulder level is here. You can't hold it up here. It's not prep level, it's shoulder level for inversions for level 3. And the connections for top person must be at shoulder level or below. Exception, multi-base suspended rolls. So your suspended rolls over the top may pass through that into there, yeah? Suspended cradle loaded position, flat body, prep level stance or forming surface are allowed. Multi-base suspended roll must be supported by 2 hands. Both hands of the top person must be connected to a separate hand of the bases, yeah? So you can't have like 1 and 1, it's got to be 2 hands. Makes sense? Inversions are limited to half twisting rotation to extended level and 1 twisting rotation to prep level and below. So anything that goes to the top can only do half. Anything to prep can do your full twist. Yeah. So like what they did for that level 2 where they just went straight there, you can then, if you half turn, bases turn half to prep, it's a full twisting inversion to prep. Do that to single leg body position. Sorry. Exception, multi-base, suspended rolls can full twist. Yeah, so you see the ones that go over, they can now full twist to cradle. And suspended rolls exceeding a half must land in cradle. So you can't go full twist to prone. Has to go full twist to cradle. Sense?
That's all hand-to-hand contact?
Yes. Yeah. Suspended roll, the top person. So backward suspended rolls cannot do any twist. So if we're going that way, no twist. Downward inversions are only allowed at waist level. So if you're in a prep level inversion or shoulder level inversion, you can't lower that down. Yeah. In the higher levels, if it's an extended inversion, you can control power press that down. Level 3, no downward inversions from prep. Yeah. Make sense? Cool. And must be caught by at least 2 bases and catches positioned at the waist to shoulder region to protect the head and shoulders area. Top person must maintain contact with an original base. So it can't be a release, then it would be a free flipping or something like that. Make sure that back spot's obviously got something gripped or the base is holding onto that flyer the whole time through that whole transition. Be careful with the 2 people at the waist and shoulder region. Make sure that happens each time. I know they were picking it up a bit where only one person was getting that waist to shoulder region rather than two. And two-leg pancake stunts are not allowed in level 3. Pancake is a waterfall. Yeah, so the up, down. Biggest one for the downward inversion, sorry, I'm gonna keep doing that because this thing's real touchy, is if you're starting at waist, don't lift it up past that bottom of the sports bra and then come inverted. You can be inverted down here and then kind of pass through. Make sure that's not here, invert, down, yeah? Because that's a downward inversion from prep. Make sense?
I know last year we kept getting pulled up when the girls were inverted here, and then when they did, they kept dropping their arms down, so when they dropped down they lost the skill because they weren't classed as inverted, like at waist level.
Yeah, okay.
Like I don't know how, but every time they said you have to make sure they stay here when they're dipping, because when they would dip, it dropped the height. I don't know.
Were they not becoming inverted anymore when they dipped? That's
Well,
probably...
like they were still inverted, but I think as they dipped, the flyers like probably dropped at the same time.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, so as long as it stays in that inverted, because the bottom of the dip is where they might have been dipping and dropping down a little bit and then coming up and through possibly.
The bases were like dropping their arms down. They weren't keeping them.
Yeah, have to have a look at the video and see what it looks like. Yeah, but yeah.
Because it was like multiple times, and then it finally clicked when we saw one group do it in particular.
You're like, oh, yeah, cool. Bases may not support any way of the top person while that base is in a back bend or inverted position. This one, I only saw it once where tumbling coming forward, base grabbed and then would like help flick and do some stuff. I think it's more so level 4. You can, because I'm not inverted here because my head is above my hips. My feet are above, doesn't matter. What they were doing was their hips were coming up because they were helping flip that. Base is then inverted. You can't be inverted when you're a base. Make sense? Cool. Probably not something you're ever going to have to worry about, but as long as you know it's there. Anything on inversions, level 3? Nope. Pyramids. Pyramids must follow level 3 stunt and dismounts rules, allowed up too high. Extended single base stuff is not allowed at youth divisions, so part in the stunt. Single base stuff in pyramid and youth is not allowed. Youth 3 would be pretty cool though. Top persons may receive base. Exceptions, level 3 release moves, so we can do release moves now in level 3, we can't in level 2. No stunt may go un and under. Twisting stunts and transitions to extended skills are allowed up to 1 twist if the connection, if connected to at least 1 bracer at prep level or below and at least 1 base. Yeah, so basically full up to the top as long as that bracing person has that connection throughout the whole thing and the base don't become released, they have that foot the whole time. You can full up to the top. And connection must be hand-arm connection, so that bracing person cannot grab the foot. I don't know how the hell you would do that, maybe like a stretch or something like that. That would be pretty cool, but you can't do it. The connection must be made prior to the initiation of the skill, in contact throughout the skill, hand-arm. Does not include shoulder, so you can't grab shoulder, hand-arm, yeah? And connection prior to the initiation, bottom of the dip. Cool, straightforward stuff. Level 3 release moves. Any skill legal as a level 3 pyramid release move is also legal if it remains connected to a base and 2 braces. Anytime a top person is released by the bases during the pyramid transition and does not adhere to the following 4 rules, the top person must land in a cradle or dismount to the performing surface and must follow level 3 dismount rules. Little bit in that, and we'll get to the next bit there, but level 3 release moves are allowed if you've got 1 base, 1 bracer. So switch up to prep, level 3 pyramid skill, yeah? No twisting, all that sort of stuff, that's what in the release moves. During a pyramid transition, a top person may pass above 2 persons high while in direct contact, physical contact with at least 2 persons at prep level or below. Contact must be maintained with the same bases throughout the entire transition. Clarification 1. Twisting stunts and transitions are allowed up to 1 twist if connected to at least, okay, so I'll go back, I'll go through that one and we'll go through the clarifications. If it's not legal in level 3, and you've got 2 braces, so switch up to the top, legal. Yeah? So basically anything that's illegal on level 3 and it's got 2 braces, depending on some of these clarifications, it's legal. Cool? It's probably the best way that I kind of try and understand that. So if it twists at all, twisting release move, full twist, it must be, what does it say? 2 braces with arm-arm connection. So you might have seen those ones where they do this stuff and then they like twist up and over and land back here. Illegal, because they've only got 1 bracer with hand arm, the other one's got the foot. Yeah, it must be like, it'll be these ones where you twist, land. Cool? Clarification 2, level 3 pyramid moves may incorporate stunt release that maintain contact with one other person, provided the release move meet the criteria under the level 3 stunt or thing. So it's basically just saying that if it's got 1 bracer, it's legal on level 3, you can do it. A top person must maintain in direct contact with at least 2 different top persons at prep level or below. One of these must be hand-arm connection. The second contact may be either leg, whatever. So that's basically like switch up, yeah. Switch up to the top, grabbed on, you can do that. Or low to high. So you're going low to high TikTok up here, as long as that foot connection's there, or like hand, arm, and foot connection. Yeah.
To keep that foot connection.
Yeah. Cool. Clarify, pyramid release moves must be braced on 2 separate sides. So you can't have 2 persons behind you. It must be either left side, front, like right, front, back, whatever combination there, 2 sides. Yeah, can't be 2 in front, 2 at back, 2 at the sides. Cool. For the front, contact may be made with the performing surface before contact with the bracer is lost. So anytime you're doing release moves, the base basically has to have it in their hands before that bracer can let go. Make sense? Cool. Primary weight is may not be born at second level, so basically you can't stall. Like the braces can't like lift and hold that there and then come back down. It's basically bearing weight at that second level. It must be like a continuous motion, whatever it is. These release transitions may not involve changing bases, so you can't go like high to high TikTok off to another base. Yeah, low to high tick or anything like that. So that's basically anything that's not legal in level 3 that is legal as a level 3 pyramid. Yeah. Best thing to do is probably just have a look at videos or whatnot and just get a feel for it. So any release moves that is legal in level 3, these transitions must be caught at least 2 catchers, minimum 1 catcher and 1 spotter, so you can basically do this partner stunt. So if you're doing switch up to the top partner stunt in pyramid connected, you can go switch up to here as long as there's a spotter there as well. Yeah. Release moves may not be braced or connected to a top person above prep level. Cool. So no release moves with people up there. Inversions. Must follow level 3 stunt inversions rules. Yeah. Top person may pass through inverted position during a pyramid transition if the top person remains in contact with the base that is in direct weight-bearing contact with the performing surface and a bracer at prep level or below. So that's basically like the flip stuff that you see. So you've got a bracer up in prep, holding on, and then you've got that person at the back that's holding on to that arm. Yeah? And then you can 3/4 flip that through. Everyone understands all that flip stuff? Yeah? So you bracer at prep, 1 person on the ground. Can be the back spot or whatever. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a totally separate person, as long as they help catch as well. And example, a flat back split to roll to load position would be legal. So where is it? Where does it say? The top person must be The base that remains in contact with the top person may extend their arms during the transition if the skill starts and ends in a position at prep level or below. A flat back split which rolls to load in position would be legal if the base extends their arm during the inversion skill. A flat back split which rolls to an extended position is illegal. So any of these flipping rolls or anything that are passing through inverted has to land at prep. You can't roll this straight to the top. So you can land at prep and bump it straight up, that's fine. Just nothing straight to the top. Cool. It's probably one of the other ones that I saw a few times last year as well. Yeah, that's a good point actually. Make sure that
It's not a clear like catch, bounce up, then it's going to be done for it every time.
Yep.
If you catch and just don't have like that 1 or 2 second count between before you're popping it up,
Yeah.
you're going to get done.
if there's a definite like catch, dip, up, you're fine. Yeah. No, I didn't have anything else for that. Release smooth with braced inversions, may not inversions, so that's basically like any of the free flipping stuff. Yeah, by the bracing people in prep level. Yeah. Any questions on pyramids? Level 3 pyramids? No? That stuff's probably the most hardest to get your head around a bit. So, cool. Dismounts. So a dismount is considered anything that lands in cradle position or assisted to the performing surface, so the feet touching the ground from the flyer, yeah, like pop-offs and that sort of stuff. Cradles from single base stunts must have a spotter with at least one arm supporting the head to waist. So if you've got a partner stunt and they're popping to cradle, that other person has to catch. Yeah, your spotter has to catch. So they're technically for level 3, you don't need a spotter for prep level. So you can go walk in here. If you were to cradle, you need another extra person. If that were just straight pop off, that's fine, as long as that base actually helps them down. Cradles from multi-base stunts must have 2 catches and a spotter with at least one hand supporting the waist to shoulder region to protect the head and shoulders. So one of these ones is so you don't have like enough to make a proper pyramid with like 3 full groups. You've got the bracing people in the middle that are just in a prep, so you've got the 2 bases, the flyer, no back spot. They're to cradle and catch. It's illegal because it's a multi-base stunt. You would need the extra spotter there to catch. Make sense? If you had it partner stunt style, assisted partner stunt, so one person had both hands underneath and you had that spotter's grip, pop and catch, that's fine. But if they're on 2 separate feet, it's a multi-base stunt. Cool. Same with log rolls as well. If you were to catch log rolls with 2 people here and both initiate that throw and twist and then catch, it's a multi-base stunt, therefore you need a spotter. To make that legal, if you were to land in cradle here, this person was to let go and then then one person does that log roll, then the other person catches, is fine. Yeah? Make sense? I've been stung with that one a couple of times. Yeah. The stuff that you're just like, oh, it's fine, yeah. Exception, dismounts must return to a base. Exception, dismounts to the performing surface basically says that the spotter, so if you're at prep, you got the spotter back there and you're just popping straight to the ground, these bases don't have to catch as long as that spotter catches hips. Yeah? Makes sense? Because they're differentiating what is a base and what is a spotter for that. What do we got? Yeah, only straight pop downs, basic straight cradles and quarter turns are allowed from single leg. So arabesque quarter downs, it's fine. And 1 1/4 twisting are allowed from 2 feet. So if you're going from 2 feet, you can go 1 1/4. Yeah, make sense? So you can actually get that little bit of a tweak if you have to, or if you want to, up to you. Twisting out of a platform position is not allowed. So they call a platform position, it's supported on one leg, this leg is kind of dangling there, that's a platform, still a single leg stunt. So you can only straight cradle or quarter turn cradle off that. The other base would have to grab that foot to make that a 2 leg stunt, to be able to twist out of that. Cool. Again, no person can come in and out underneath that dismount. Up to 1 trick is allowed during a dismount from 2 leg. So full twist, toe touch, pike, cannot ball X because that is 2 skills. It is an exception in tosses, yeah? So you can go ball X in level 3 for tosses, you can't do it in a dismount. So if you're going from prep, not allowed, yeah? Any dismount from above prep level involving a skill or twist, trick, must be caught in a cradle. So you can't go full twist to floor in level 3 for fly landing on the feet. Yeah, has to come through to cradle. Cool. Or toe touch or anything. Yeah. Dismounts may not intentionally travel. Top person dismounts may not come in contact with anyone else. Tension drops and rolls of any kind are not allowed. So tension drop rolls is like, say someone's standing on my shoulders and we drop and they fall and roll off, like you see in like the college scenes and that sort of stuff. That's a tension drop. If there's any terminology that you don't understand, it is in the glossary at the front of the rules. When cradling single base stunts with multiple top persons, 2 catches must catch each top person's catches must make stationary. So basically, because you have to have 2 spotters for that dismount, you've got to have the catches there for both people as well. Dismounts from an inverted position are not allowed. So you can't go invert at prep, pop to cradle. Cool. Any questions on dismounts? Cool. Is this gonna work? Nope. Tosses. Tosses are allowed up to basically 4 people throwing it. Tosses must be formed with all bases with their feet on the floor. Top person must be caught in the cradle position. I think you all pretty know about that stuff. No intentionally traveling. A quarter turn is allowed by bases as in a 1 1/4 twist basket. So 1 1/4, the bases can turn and catch. Yeah, they're saying that rather than having to stay stationary, you can turn to catch that. You don't have to catch it on top of your head. The top person must have both feet in on the hands, so that's basically saying you can't go from like a lib, load in, toss. It has to be 2 feet on the base's hands. Flipping inverted, traveling tosses are not allowed. No one can go underneath it. 1 trick is allowed, so your full twist, toe touch. You do 1 1/4, sorry, with the twisting. This is where the exception comes in. Arch doesn't count as a trick too, either. So you can go like toe touch, arch, down. Exception, a ball X is allowed in level 3 as an exception, yeah? During twisting, no other skill is allowed, so you can't, yeah, no kick falls or half twist toe touches. Top person in separate toss may not come in contact with it, and then only a single person in a toss, so only 1 flyer. Cool, any questions on tosses? Stuff's all pretty straightforward. Cool, any questions on level 3 at all? No. Some of the biggest, sorry, that just tripped me out a bit. Some of the biggest legalities that I saw were downward inversions from prep. Yeah, we went through that a fair bit. Release moves from prep, and they're not allowed, waist level or below. Pyramid roll through to extension, we went over that as well. You can't roll straight through to extension, yeah. Level 4. General tumbling, it's all pretty much the same, or general tumbling's all the same as level 3. Standing, we can now do flips in standing. Yeah, so we can do standing tuck, flick, flick, tuck, all that sort of stuff. Consecutive flip, so we can't go flick, whip, salt, or lay, or anything like that. It has to be hand before it, like a back handspring, round off, or whatever it is. Jump skills are not allowed immediate with a standing flip, so you, like level 5, you can't go toe back. You can go toe, straight jump, salt. Straight jump's not considered a jump. 3/4 front flips not allowed, so you can't go, well, obviously, because you can't do any flips anyway, so you can't go toe, 3/4 to butt, that position, front flip. And level 4, running, 1 flipping, but we're allowed to do X-outs, layouts, flash kicks, all that sort of stuff. We're also allowed, it doesn't say it there, you can go flip. So So on level 4, you can go whip lay. Yeah. Aerial cartwheels and anodies. Anyone know what a nodie is? Most of you should. Yeah. So like the half twisting back handspring kind of thing. Yeah. Cool. Any questions on tumble? Nope. Straightforward. Stunts. Again, spotter above, extended level. Extended single legs are allowed. Twisting transitions to prep level and below are allowed up to 1.5 twisting. So we can go 1.5. Again, it doesn't say if it needs, you can only go to 2 legs, so 1.5 to body position is fine. Again, twist performed by the additional base, so fly basically does a full and the whole group halves is legal. Twisting transitions to an extended position are allowed as long as they meet the following conditions. Half ups are allowed. Example, half up to single leg stunt is legal. And I think they need to reword this because we now know that you can go full up to the top, full up to 2 feet. You can go full up to single leg as long as it's in platform position or lib. Yeah, if it goes to a body position, you're only allowed to do a half. Yeah, best change of the rules last year, hands down. My favorite. Cool, that's basically pretty much what all that says. Yeah, full up to single leg, lib and platform position only. During transitions, exception release moves, no flipping, no one going under. Shoulder sit going under is illegal. Individual may jump over another individual. So now we can do like straight jumps over someone, toe touches over someone, star jumps. No dive rolls, because that is a tumble skill. Still can't do that yet. Individuals may move underneath. Stunt or stunt may move over an individual. So now if you've got someone standing there, you can have a stunt go over the top of them, or they can walk underneath the stunt. Cool. Split catches are allowed, these ones, and same. Single base stunts, multi-birth. Top person, extended top level, yep. Same as level 3. Release moves. Release moves are allowed and may not exceed extended arm level, so same thing with level 3, don't throw it too high. Release moves may not land in an inverted position. When performing a release move from an inverted position to a non-inverted position, the bottom of the dip will be used to determine if the initial position is inverted. So that would be, they're up in inverted position, the bases are doing dip, but they're actually dropping it to a non-inverted position at the bottom of the dip. It's therefore not inverted, yeah? So it's just a normal release. Release moves from invert to non-invert may not twist. Release moves from inverted to non-invert land at prep level or higher must have a spot. Yeah, so you can't do it as a release move, single man without a spotter. Any release move to prep or above needs a spotter. Release moves that land in a non-upright position must have 3 catches for a multi-base stunt and 2 catches for a single base stunt. So basically any release moves to like flat back, anything like that. Release moves must turn to original bases, dismounting from a single base with multiple top persons. Release moves that land in an extended position must originate from waist level or below and may not involve twisting or flipping. So there's your switch ups from the ground, from waist level. Be careful with that, even if like flat backs and stuff like that. Like I saw that a couple of times where they were obviously trying to get lower than waist level, but they were staying at waist level. Sorry, prep level. Sports bar and above. Release moves initiating from an extended level may not twist. So they're high to low TikToks and all that sort of stuff cannot twist. Helicopters are allowed, so you can do the 180 helicopters. Can't twist and must have 3 catches. Cool. One of which must catch the head and shoulders. Release moves may not intentionally travel. Release moves not pass under, and they can't come in contact with each other. So what it doesn't say there, and this is where the creative stuff can kind of come in, is like what the rules don't say. So you can obviously, it says release moves to the top cannot twist. It doesn't say release move to prep level cannot twist. We're allowed to do 1.5 twists all up. So we can do a 1.5 twist to prep, released in level 4. It's one thing to think about whether like what you can do from inverted position to inverted position and all that sort of stuff, yeah? Inversions, extended inverted stunts are allowed, so your handstands at the top, first time that you can do that. Downward inversions are allowed at prep level and must be assisted by 3 catches, 2 of which are at the head and shoulders. Exception, controlled lowerings, that's when if we're in an extended handstand, we can control that down, not bang, yeah, controlled lower. The stunt may not pass above prep level and then become inverted or below. Exception is the pancake stunt with that. That's one of the other big legalities in level 4, is if, yes, you're doing a pancake waterfall from prep level, they're pushing up, there is a slight pause, and then they become inverted, that is illegal. As long as they're going up and traveling, they can travel through extended, as long as they're traveling through that waterfall or through that skill. They can't like pause, go, yeah? But you can't see the bases or the back spot like stall and try and hold them up there for a bit. That's when it becomes illegal. Cool. Clarification 2, catches must make contact with the waist and downward inversions that do not pass above waist level do not require 3 bases. So waist level cartwheel out doesn't need 3 bases. Doesn't say how many you need. 1. Exception, there you go, 2 must start at shoulder level or below and allowed to pass immediately through a standard stunt during the skill. Yeah, can't become inverted at inverted. Can't become inverted at extended. And they cannot land inverted, so you actually have to finish that pancake, that waterfall. We cannot like be head divey. Otherwise, again, it's all for the safety of the flyer. Side rotating, downward inversion must maintain with contact with an original base. Side rotating downward inversion, so that's like your cartwheels and stuff. They can come off when it's safe to do so. Downward inversions must make contact with each other and may not, yeah, and bases may not support while they're in an inverted position. Any questions on inverted stunts?
Can you just go back to the extended inverted stunt, like more on what you mean there?
Yeah. Of what is an extended inverted stunt. So like a handstand. So on the base, I've got hand, I've got wrist, and their handstand up here or anywhere from there.
And you can do that on level 4?
Yes. If it was to sit here, it'd be a prep level inverted. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Cool. Good. So again, it doesn't say there. With level 4, you can go inverted release moves. If you're at prep, you can go prep to prep. If you're below, like waist level or below, you can throw that to the top. Yeah? So an inverted position to the top. It's an elite skill. Yeah? Cool. Again, like any of the skills, like look at that varsity score sheet and it basically outlines exactly kind of what you can do in each level. Pyramids. Must follow stunt rules. Exception. Twisting and transitions to extended are allowed up to 1.5 twists if connected to a bracer or prep level or below. So now if we're going, we can do 1.5 to the top as long as that bracer stays in connection. Yeah? Connection made prior to the initiation of the stunt, so they can't grab halfway through. It must grab initiation, bottom of the dip.
So is that hand down or is that?
Yes. Transition, bracer at thing. I don't know how you do it from the foot anyway.
Oh yeah, I just mean like, so does fingers count? You know, like
Connection. Yeah, as long as it's connected.
So I could have like a ballerina,
Yeah.
like grip on someone.
It's probably, yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah, because 1.5 you'd twist around them, then you'd probably wrap around them again, and they'd finish with their arm crossed over. Again, single-based extended stunts not allowed in youth. Top person, exceptions. Release move, got release moves. Extended single leg, may not be braced by any other extended single leg, so we can go, our paper doll is 2 foot, 1 foot, 2 foot, 1 foot stunts in extension, yeah. No stunt, no pass under, clarification. Top person may not invert over or under a torso. regardless of stunt separate or not. Shoulders, no stunt, may move under. Yeah, so we can't have any shoulder sits, stunts going under each other. We can have individuals. Yeah. Any skill legal in level 4 is also legal. Any skill as a level 4 release move is also legal if it remains connected to a base and a bracer, or 2 braces required. An extended pancake would required to remain connected to 2 braces. So you could have leg and leg, pancake or waterfall, yeah, as long as it's 2 separate legs. Cool. Pyramid release moves. During pyramid transitions, a top person may pass above 2 persons high while in direct physical contact with at least 1 person at prep level or below. Contact must be maintained with the same bracer throughout the entire transition. Contact must be made with the base on the performing surface before contact with the bracer is lost. Yeah, bases must have it touching it before the bracer can let go. Exception, while a tick-tock from prep level or higher is an extended position, low to high or high to high tick-tock is illegal in level 4. The same skill is legal in level 4 release moves if braced by at least 1 person at prep level or below. The top person performing the tick-tock must be braced for an entire transition, is released from the bases. Clarification. So we can do high to high tick-tocks and low to high tick-tocks now. So from prep level up and high to high tick-tocks if connected with 1 bracer. Yeah. Clarification, level 4 pyramid release moves may incorporate stunt release moves that maintain contact with 1 person. Level 4 dismounts, release moves have met the criteria established in level 4 thing. So if you've got, it can be a level 4 pyramid if release move, if it's a level 4 release move connected to 1 person. Yeah. Twisting stunts and transitions are allowed up to 1.5 twist if connected to at least 1 bracer at prep level or below. So same as that, 1.5 twist at the top. In pyramid transition, a top person may travel over another person while connected to that person at prep level or below. So now we can do leapfrogs over the top of a bracing person. So someone at prep, we can leapfrog over the top as long as they don't become inverted. Yeah. We can change bases as well. I think it says that somewhere. Where am I at? Yeah, primary weight must not be born. So yeah, primary weight must be born. So during that transition, we can't hold and stall there and then come down. It's a continuous movement. Non-inverted transitional pyramids may involve changing bases. Yeah, so we can go leapfrogs over. We can go this way in front of that bracing person to 2 separate groups. Top person must maintain contact with that person, that bracer at prep level. Contact made with base prior to that person letting go, prior to the bracer letting go. The top person must be caught by at least 2 catchers, minimum 1 catcher and 1 spotter. So you can, yeah, 2 catchers at least for any of those release moves. Non-inverted pyramid release moves must be caught by 2 catchers. Catchers must be stationary, so they can't be walking in and then catching. They need to like hit, looking for that and catch. Catchers must maintain visual contact with a person throughout the entire transition. So they can't be looking at the front, dip, go, oh, now I need to catch it. They need to look at that from the initiation, so the bottom of that dip at minimum. Yeah. Release moves may not be braced by a person above prep level. Any questions on release moves for level 4? Cool. Not getting many questions and I missed something. Inversions. Inversions must follow level 4 inversion skills. Pyramid release moves with braced inversions. So this is any of our front salts, back salts, side flips and all that. Must be braced by 2 people, yeah? By at least 2 people at prep level or below. So 2 connections. That connection does not have to be hand in hand. Where does it say that? So you can have one person on arm and hand and the other one on foot and do a flip there. So like you see like the arabesque, brace on this side, front roll through, side salts, One person's got the arm, the other brace has got the hips, side salt flips. Must be braced on two separate sides. Again, can't be the same side, has to be two separate sides that they're braced from. Allowed up to 1 1/4 flipping and 0 rotation. So you can go front flip to prone, back salt to cradle is the maximum you can do, because that was 1 1/4 flipping rotations, 0 twisting. Any of the brace flips cannot involve changing bases. Same bases that threw it must catch it. That would also, if it unintentionally travels, significant amount. Yeah, I'd almost say most of the legality judges will probably let you do a little bit of a shuffle. If it's like that, no. Yeah, it's travelled. It's dangerous. Legality. Must be a continuous movement, so obviously can't stall. All brace inversions must be caught by 3 catches, so you must have your 3 catches. Brace flips that land in an upright position at prep level must maintain contact. So this is where you can do the rewind to the top single-based partner stunt style, as long as you've got 2 spotters as well, and it's connected by the 2 braces. Yeah. Must be stationary, must maintain visual contact, and cannot be involved in any other choreography or skill or anything like that. Braced inversions may not travel downward while inverted, so you can't go like up, down, and roll through. Yeah, makes sense. It's got to be that continuous movement. May not be in contact with any other release moves, and may not be braced or connected above prep level. Yeah, any questions on the braced inversion flips for level 4? Straightforward? Cool? No? You can add like flash kicks and that sort of stuff in those as well. So rather than just doing like a front lay, you can do a split leg or something like that. Kick, kick. Yeah? Dismounts. All the same sort of stuff if it's multi-base or single. 2 1/4 from 2 leg now. Cool. And 1 1/4 from single leg. For the 2 1/4 from 2 legs dismounts, anything that exceeds twisting position from a platform. Yeah, so again, platform, they're saying that that's a single leg basically. They're classing that platform, that dangling leg, even though it's next there, is still a single leg skill. So you can only do 1 1/4. 1 1/4 from single leg. Cradles that exceed 1 1/4 twists, no other skill is allowed. So you can technically go full toe catch. Yeah? If it goes 1 1/4, you can't do that toe. Make sense? Cool. Tension drops, same sort of stuff as it says before. Dismounts from an inverted position may not twist, so we can now go invert, pop to cradle, cannot twist. Make sense? Yeah? Tosses. Same. 2 skills. So kick full, full toe, toe full, any of those variations, 2 skills. Pike pretty girl. One of the things, the score sheet obviously only wants 1 level appropriate skill. Level appropriate skill is a pike pretty girl. So you don't have to do a kick full or any of those hard baskets. You will still score 5 out of 5 for a pike pretty girl or a pike X or anything like that. So something to consider with, this is my opinion, with technique score sort of stuff. Yeah. So, yep. 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 They have to be like everyone else. Cool. And who knows if that's going to change, because we know those score sheets has changed like a fair bit in the last couple of years. So, fair enough. Yeah, tosses are pretty straightforward. Everyone all good with that? Any questions for level 4 stuff? Nope. Biggest legalities I see. What's time is it? 1:45. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, biggest legalities I see is the pyramid connections, letting go too early. So make sure, the best way to get rid of that is just to make sure that a bracing person is bending down a little bit, making an effort to actually drop rather than just staying there and just going, see ya, yeah. Another couple is in, like if you're doing like border prones and stuff like that, from waist level to prep or whatever, make sure they don't land inverted. That's probably one of the other ones that I see. Other than that, level 4 is pretty good because it gives you a little bit more of a range to do stuff. Level 5, I'll try and go through this fairly quickly. All general stuff. So we can start twisting now in level 5. So standing tumbling must have in restricted, so this is restricted, must have 2 back handsprings to a full. You can't go 1 to full. Makes sense? Yeah. May not involve any other skills, so you can't do like hand kick fulls or anything like that. It's just a full, just 1 twist. You can't go, that full finishes the pass too. You can't tumble out of a full. It must land and finish for restricted. Running tumbling is the same. Must be preceded by a round off or back handspring. So that's basically saying that you can't do a front full. No, you can. Front brownies or front fulls are illegal if executed. Yeah, so there's the exception. Exception, front flipping and twisting may be performed if executed from a running entry or from front handspring and does not exceed 1 twist. So you can go front full. It does not need to be preceded by a round off or a back handspring, whereas any back twisting does. Yeah. But it also finishes the pass too, I believe. Yes. So front full, stop, done. You can't do anything out of it. Arabians. Arabians must stop because it's a twisting skill. So you cannot go round off, flick, Arabian, continue the pass in restricted. It must stop. Any twisting still finishes it. Clarification. Spotter above thing, stunt levels. We're allowed to do a 2.5 twisting transition. It says for twisting transition allowed at 1.5 rotation to the top person relate. So we can go 2.5 to prep. We can go 1.5 to extension. Sorry, 2.25 to prep. And 1.5 to extension. Yeah, so that's where that differentiation is between normal and restricted. And one leg, and this is where we can go full up to extended body position is a level 5 skill. If it comes to lid, it's level 4. Yeah. Release moves. We can go low to highs and high to highs now. Cannot land in an inverted position. So that inverted position too is like round off, half turn into inverted position. Yeah, is illegal. Make sure that hit's not inverted before it goes inverted if you're going to do any of those entries. Helicopters are allowed at 180-degree rotation. I believe we can start twisting them now. I'll go through this fairly quickly. Inversions, extended inversions are allowed. Can we do down inversions from above prep level? Yes, we can do inverted. We can go from the top, waterfall down, cartwheel downs, anything like that, as long as it's got 3 catches. Pyramids. We can start twisting in pyramids in restricted, I believe. Release moves. During surface twisting and transition allowed up to 1.25 twist if they are connected. So now we can full up to the double up to the top, 1.25 to the top as long as it's connected by a brace. Non-inverted must be caught by release moves. Must be caught by 2 people. Same. Inversions, brace flips, as long as it's braced by 1 person's. So we can do 1 bracer, front lay, rewinds, can't twist it yet, so we can't do front fulls. That's the normal level 5. 1.25, so again you can go like front flip through the prone, back salt through the cradle. 3 catches. Always have 3 catches. Those people have to catch, like actually touch the stunt too. You can't just have that spotter back there. Make sure they actually make an effort to catch it. Dismounts. We can double down now from single leg from the top. And can we kick double? Yes, in restricted. We can kick double in restricted. Cool. Tosses. We can do kick doubles. We can't do hitch kick doubles. We can only do hitch kick fulls or switch kick fulls or kick double because it's 3 skills. Yeah. 2 twisting and 1 kick. Any questions on restricted 5? I know I went through that like super quick. Cool. Yeah. Level 5 is basically the same, but now we can, yeah, we can standing full, we can double. If we are doubling from a standing, it must have 2 backhand springs in front of it. Involve flipping, twisting. Skills involving more than 1 twist must be immediately preceded by a minimum of 2 back handsprings traveling, non-twisting tumbling skills. Yeah. So yeah, so we can go whip, but it must be like back handspring, whip, whip, dub. We can't just go, can we go flick dub? It's basically saying you can't do a standing double. Yeah. How much time have I got left? 6 minutes. Standing.
Maybe just query what people are doing all 5.
Yeah, is there anything any questions? Across any levels? No, pretty straightforward.
Some that I can't think of right now.
Yeah, if you do, like, come up to me like anytime during the conference. Happy to answer it. I like rules. I'm one of those weird people.
So Becca's still the rules. I'm like, Steve and I have the same opinion on everything.
Yeah. Cool. Any level 5, like legality stuff, pyramid connection's the big one. You'll always see those later, like especially if they're doing like front falls, they'll actually like pull it out of their hand if they're traveling or anything like that. And release moves, landing inverted, like I said, like any of those round off half turn to invert position, make sure that they actually like catch, make sure they have the connection before it gets inverted, basically. Cool. Yeah. Cool. Thanks, guys.